Now, new details about coronavirus cases linked to a Wisconsin Dell sports complex as a local coach speaks out. And as Wisconsin passes another grim milestone in its fight against the coronavirus, hundreds rally against the governor's mask mandate at the state capitol. Plus, after legislators couldn't strike a deal on Capitol Hill, President Trump takes coronavirus relief aid into his own hands.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 10. I'm Amanda Quintana. A coach involved with sports tournaments in the Wisconsin Dells says she believes one facility could be linked to as many as 50 possible coronavirus cases. Adam Duxer first had the story yesterday and joins us now with why she's sharing her experience.
Well, Amanda, we first confirmed Just a Game athletic facility was linked to at least 3 coronavirus cases yesterday after a coach shared emails from the gym's owner and public health. Well, tonight we're learning this issue might be more widespread than first believed.
When Just a Game Fieldhouse first reopened for sports tournaments for basketball and volleyball, not every coach felt certain about the plans moving forward.
My mindset personally was I was a little hesitant and leery only because of the quantity of people that would be coming through the doors.
This coach, who asked to remain anonymous tonight, says tournaments she was involved in could draw as many as 300 people. And just weeks after the gym reopened, they had a confirmed case linked to a volleyball tournament.
I was informed privately that Monday the 13th, someone had symptoms and was at volleyball.
Coach says that's when she got tested to find out she had the virus too. In the weeks that followed, she connected with dozens of players and parents to find out they'd also tested positive. All while tournaments continued. And while Just a Game started making fans wear masks, unlike previous years, they weren't charging admission. Coach says there's a reason for that.
So not charging admission allows you to not have any legal responsibility for any outcome of that. You're playing at your own risk.
Meaning the gym wouldn't be responsible for disclosing positive cases they were linked to the public. Today, the Fieldhouse is hosting a college basketball tournament with teams from multiple states. Coach says she's worried just how long this will go on.
I feel that they should be more transparent with what is going on, that multiple athletes have tested positive who have come through the door. They are not responsible for that transmission of the virus, but they need to be responsible business owners and say, this is what's happened.
Just a Game Fieldhouse owner Kyler Royston initially denied knowing anything about coronavirus cases linked to the gym, but then declined a request for comment. In addition, we've called Columbia County Public Health 8 times in the last 3 days, but haven't had our request for comment returned. Coach says this goes beyond the gym, and if it should be a place where the virus is spreading, it's then going to nearly every nearby restaurant, attraction, and hotel where these athletes are visiting after the games are done.
Thank you, Adam. Wisconsin has now surpassed 1,000 confirmed coronavirus deaths. The milestone comes just over 6 months after the state reported its first case of COVID-19. The Badger State is also closing in on 60,000 all-time cases after combined data from state and county dashboards added 845 infections today. 8.9% of tests over the past day have come back positive. It's been 1 week since the governor's mask mandate went into effect, and a group of people in Madison are saying they've had enough. Tehilil Mohedin joined about 200 protesters at the state capitol earlier this afternoon and shares why they've called the mandate government overreach.
My concern is that our response to the virus is worse than the virus itself.
Protesters say this rally isn't about politics.
There are many people who have the same views on who to vote for here, but it doesn't mean that that is what we're all about.
They say they're about freedom.
If you want to wear a mask, great. We just want the choice.
Event MC Paris Prokopis even compared the mask mandate to the beginning of the Holocaust.
It was just a train trip. When they were telling people to get on the trains, oh, you're just going, when they were sending people to concentration camps and murdering by millions. I think they're trying to see how much they can get away with.
Organizers also question the efficacy of masks.
I see naturopath doctors and holistic doctors and many other doctors, integrative medicine, who are all telling me, and including my personal doctor, that I don't need to wear a mask. So your science, that's fine. Mine science says no. So who's to say who is right?
And as for data provided by the CDC and local health departments,
just because a health official says something does not necessarily make it true.
In Madison, Tehilil Mohedin, News 3 Now.
The Institute for Health Metrics projects nearly 300,000 coronavirus deaths by the start of December and more than 3,700 here in Wisconsin. According to this model, our state's death projection would be cut by more than half if masks were universally worn. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Chief Meteorologist Gary Kennelty now. We are seeing some severe weather north of us tonight.
Yeah, just kind of clipped the northern portions of Juneau and Adams County, but now there are no warnings in effect for our viewing area. In fact, it looks like all the warnings have been allowed to expire or were canceled early. The storm's moving basically eastward from Juneau and Adams counties, just clipping the far northern portions of Marquette County, north of Montello. But these are mainly producing some gusty winds and some heavy downpours along with some small hail. But you can see the rest of southern Wisconsin, rain-free. And at this point, it looks like most of us will probably stay dry tonight. However, tomorrow, we'll see more severe thunderstorm activity in the late afternoon and evening hours. The Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk of severe thunderstorms just about statewide for high winds and heavy rain. So we have an alert day in the forecast, not only for the threat for severe thunderstorms, but also for the heat and humidity. High temperatures will be in the upper 80s. Heat index readings will be in the lower to the middle, maybe upper 90s in some spots. High temperatures today were in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. Madison hit 88, but Janesville topped out at 90. La Crosse is as warm as 93. And current temperatures are still in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Boscobel and Prairie du Chien still at 80 degrees, as is Milwaukee. And look at the dew point temperatures, upper 60s to lower 70s, so it is noticeably more humid out there. Look for a slight chance for a thunderstorm overnight. Tomorrow, look for partly sunny skies. Be very warm and humid with a high of 87. Thunderstorms will be most likely late afternoon to tomorrow night. I'll have more details on the storms a little bit later on.
Thank you, Gary. New tonight, officials are looking for 2 teenagers who have been missing from rural Lafayette County since early yesterday morning. Authorities say 16-year-old Illinois native Alexander Rogers picked up 16-year-old Catherine Hyman from her Gratiot home around 2:30 a.m. on Friday. Officials believe Hyman is not being held against her will, but she did not bring any personal belongings with her and left her cell phone at home. The couple is believed to be headed toward a vacation home near Hayward, Wisconsin. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Lafayette County Sheriff's Office. President Trump signed 4 executive orders this afternoon from his New Jersey golf club. One of the orders revives an expired unemployment benefit.
I'm taking action to provide an additional or an extra $400 per week in expanded benefits. $400, okay? So that's generous, but we want to take care of our people.
The $400 benefit falls short of the $600 those out of work had been receiving. Another executive order included a payroll tax holiday for Americans earning less than $100,000 a year, as well as an extension on an eviction moratorium. Trump took action after Democrats and the White House were unable to reach an agreement on a stimulus relief bill this week.
It's not a question of they had a good bill, we have a good bill. No, they don't have a good bill. They have a piecemeal bill.
More than 30 million Americans are receiving unemployment benefits as the pandemic crushes businesses across the nation. As the number of total COVID cases in the U.S. approaches 5 million, thousands of bikers are meeting in Sturgis, South Dakota for the annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. More than 250,000 people from across the country are expected to ride there this weekend. Some officials say it could be the largest public gathering in the U.S. since the start of the pandemic. Those attending the rally are encouraged to wear face masks, but not required. A Dane County supervisor is calling on public health to bring transparency to Epic's plan to require its 9,000 employees to return to work in person by September 21st. In a Facebook post, District 19 Supervisor Taryn Peterson writes, while Epic is exempt from some aspects of the county's emergency order, quote, they're still required to facilitate remote work to the greatest extent possible. Peterson also says many employees are uneasy when it comes to returning to the office and have reached out to other supervisors as well. The New York Times reports Vice President Mike Pence will campaign in Wisconsin during the Democratic National Convention later this month. Pence is expected to be in Wisconsin on August 19th. That's the same day Joe Biden's vice presidential pick is scheduled to speak. Last week, Biden announced he would not be accepting the nomination at the scaled-back convention in Milwaukee. Meanwhile, the Rock County Republican Party is moving forward in their effort to re-elect President Trump and other local Republican candidates on the ballot this November. Gabriella Becerra shares what messages their party is focusing on.
With just over 12 weeks until the election, Republican politicians are celebrating the opening of Donald Trump's newest Rock County office.
Both political parties can agree that candidates Donald Trump and Joe Biden have two very different perspectives in how the country should be led. Congressman Brian Stile made it clear today which perspective he thinks is best.
I think this is going to come down to two people in two directions for our country. And to me, it's very clear that Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi will be going in the wrong direction, and Republicans and President Trump are going to be moving the country forward.
Stile says the Republican Party is focusing on topics that affect everyday lives.
We want to defeat coronavirus. We want to make sure that we rebuild this economy to get everybody back to work that wants a job, and we stand with law enforcement.
Wisconsin's Democratic Party also has a focus on the coronavirus. Spokesperson Philip Schulman says, quote, "Now, even as Wisconsin continues to break case records, Trump and his henchmen continue to show zero regard for how devastating this virus is." Adding, quote, "The only way we can fully overcome this pandemic, return to normalcy, and get our economy back on track is by electing Joe Biden, the next president of the United States."
Joe Biden, I believe, has a plan and a commitment to ensure that we are fighting for issues and progress where there is no comparison between him and Donald Trump.
The Rock County Republican Party is asking for volunteers to contribute through door knocks and conversations.
We're coming in here on the home stretch. We're coming into 12 weeks away. We're well inside of 3 months. We're just over 2,000 hours. And so you need to ask yourself, what are you willing to do to help move our country forward towards a more perfect union?
Meanwhile, Democratic candidate Joe Biden is campaigning virtually. His team announced that Biden would not be traveling to Wisconsin to accept the nomination. In Janesville, I'm Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
The Rock County Republican Party announced plans to soon open another Rock County office in Beloit. Stiles also responded to a Treasury Department report that the state of Wisconsin has spent less than 4% of the money it got from the last round of federal coronavirus relief.
What I think is critical is we are in the midst of a national health emergency today, not tomorrow, today. Those funds were allocated months ago. 3.8% of those funds had been spent according to a U.S. Treasury report. We need to be spending those funds today.
The governor's office says about $1.7 billion of the $1.9 billion the state was given from the CARES Act currently has a place to go. It just hasn't all been spent yet. The governor's office says about $230 million still has to be allocated. Middleton police say a recent report of an attempted abduction was not actually an attempted abduction. Police responded to Century Avenue on July 30th after a 12-year-old girl said a man approached her and her sister while they were playing outside. After investigating, officials say the male in the incident was a juvenile known to the victim. Police also say the girl was not enticed from her apartment complex. The remains of 7 Marines and a sailor have been recovered off the coast of California. The U.S. military performed an underwater salvage operation after an amphibious assault vehicle sank last week during routine exercises. The Marine Corps says the remains will soon be transferred to Dover Air Force Base for burial preparations before being released to families. Among those killed was Milwaukee native 19-year-old Private First Class Evan Bath. At least 200 people have been injured as protests continue in the Lebanese capital of Beirut. The Lebanese Red Cross says at least 60 people have been taken to a hospital, while 175 others are treated at the scene. Demonstrators are calling for a new government in the wake of this week's catastrophic explosion, which killed 158 people and injured more than 6,000. The remains of one of the construction workers killed in the collapse of a New Orleans Hard Rock hotel were recovered today. The family of 36-year-old Quinyon Wimberly stood by as a recovery crew removed his body. It had been 10 months since his death, and family has been critical of the recovery efforts.
Long time coming to get Quinyon Wimberly out of the building. It was an intolerable wait.
The city's mayor and fire chief consoled family members today. Teams are still working on recovering the body of 63-year-old Jose Ponce Arreola. The hotel construction site collapsed last October, killing 3 people. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 10, a grassroots group puts on a clothing drive to help families struggling during the coronavirus pandemic. Plus, with no fans at Lambeau to start the season, hear how some Green Bay businesses are reacting. Stay with us.
have the surgery at Stoughton Hospital because we had just been so pleased with the care that we had received at that point. Being so close to home, why would we go anywhere else?
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
The coronavirus has forced the government to take extensive actions, making this the most opportunistic time for you to finally restructure or even resolve your tax debt with the IRS. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, have unfiled tax returns, and are experiencing hardships because of the impact of COVID-19, you could qualify for more aggressive resolution plans with the IRS. National Tax Experts has specialists ready to help you determine your eligibility for these programs. Act now before it's too late.
Call 1-800-392-6331.
Dreaming of custom furniture, but you think high prices, sales pressure, and waiting for months and months? Come to Slumberland and design your way. Quick and easy, with no extra cost. First, pick your piece. Lots of styles, clearly marked. Next, pick your fabric. There's no extra charge here. Then, get it quick. Our orders are made fast. Plus, all custom furniture is on sale. Design your way, only at Slumberland Furniture.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
We decided to have the surgery at Stoughton Hospital because we had just been so pleased with the care that we had received at that point. Being so close to home, why would we go anywhere else?
How do you react when an unmasked person walks by you at the grocery store or someone coughs in your direction on the street? We're breaking down new etiquette rules in the age of COVID. Join us Sunday morning at 6:30.
Sponsored by Clean Lakes Alliance's Lake Forecast Monitoring app.
Spacex's Crew Dragon capsule is back at its home port after a historic splashdown last weekend. The arrival wraps up SpaceX's first crewed mission, which began when 2 astronauts blasted off from the Kennedy Space Center in late May. NASA says it will work for about 4 months to restore the capsule to get it ready for another human spaceflight. Local community members came together today to help provide free clothing and supplies to those in need. The event was hosted by a grassroots group of volunteers and was held at the Social Justice Center. Organizers say most shelters are not accepting donations right now, so this was a way to make sure people can get what they need at no cost. That includes clothing, shoes, toiletries, bedding, and more. And organizers say the response was positive.
I think people really recognize the need. They're happy to come and participate. People have brought stuff, dropped it off, and then begun shopping. Like, it's great. It's for everybody.
Volunteers say as their little free pantry was being rebuilt, people started leaving clothing there. They hope to make this a quarterly event. We now know Packers fans will not be in the stands for at least the first 2 games at Lambeau Field this fall, and Green Bay businesses are bracing for a financial hit. Team officials say a typical home game brings in about $15 million to the area. They say even training camp draws a crowd to the stadium, which also means good business. One restaurant owner says he hopes people still show up safely despite the Packers announcement.
It's possible that we could see business all day. And, you know, if people do decide to come down here to be near Lambeau during a game.
Right now, the earliest fans will have a chance to watch a game from inside Lambeau Field this fall is November 1st against the Vikings. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with Chief Meteorologist Gary Kennelty. We're looking at both possible severe weather and heat tomorrow.
Yeah, 1-2 punch. First the heat, then the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms. Tonight there have been some strong to severe thunderstorms that have tracked through northern portions of Juneau and Adams counties. Now are affecting areas north of Montello in the northern portion of Marquette County, and probably will affect northern portions of Green Lake County, north of, say, Princeton and Marquessan. But eventually these storms will continue off toward the east. To the west, really things are quieting down. You could kind of make out like a little line of showers and thunderstorms here earlier this evening. That's actually, as this cluster of storms moved across Minnesota, it cooled the air a little bit, kind of made a bit of a cold front on the outflow of the cooler winds ahead of the storms. But as it moved into the warm and humid air and warmer air aloft, it just kind of knocked apart these showers and storms. So at this point, if any of these storms do develop, it's possible that there could be an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm over southern Wisconsin. That's why we're still in the marginal risk area. But the chances of anybody even seeing thunderstorms, other than the ones in the far northern parts of our viewing area right now, are probably around 10%. So at this point, I say the severe weather threat tonight is pretty low. Tomorrow, a different story. We'll see more heat and humidity, highs upper 80s. Storms will develop in probably South Dakota and western Minnesota early tomorrow morning, track eastward and then southeastward, bringing the threat for high winds and heavy rainfall in the strongest thunderstorms. On Monday, the severe weather threat shifts a little farther to the south. Can't rule out an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm Monday morning or early Monday afternoon near the Wisconsin-Illinois state line, but those will quickly move into northern Illinois. Madison Lake's forecast for tomorrow. If you're going to be out on the lake, again, it's good, or any of the Madison lakes, it's going to be a warm and humid day. On Lake Mendota, Marshall Beach is closed, and on Lake Wapisa, we have McDaniel Beach closed. Otherwise, Monona and Wingra have all the beaches open. For tomorrow, keep a weather eye to the sky again. 87 for a high. Most of the day will be dry, but thunderstorm chances are high later in the afternoon into tomorrow night. That's why we have an alert day in the forecast. First for the heat and humidity with heat index readings well into the 90s, and then the possibility for some strong to severe thunderstorms late tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. For tomorrow, partly sunny, very warm and humid, high 87. Again, heat index readings into the 90s, and then late afternoon thunderstorms. On future track, you can see thunderstorm activity north of us tonight. Otherwise, look for dry conditions through much of the day tomorrow. By late tomorrow afternoon, we could start to see some thunderstorms. A lot of it will depend on exactly where they track. Low temperatures still stay in the lower 70s for tomorrow night, and then Monday, some storms as a cold front comes through. Notice the wind shift to the northwest. High temperatures, middle 80s, but we'll see those temperatures and the humidity levels drop for Monday night. Rainfall amounts, very spotty. Some areas less than 1/4 of an inch. Other areas can pick up an inch or two in heavier thunderstorms. Again, it depends on where the strongest and most severe storms track. Otherwise, the 7 to 10 day forecast, notice the temperature is still in the 80s next week, but we've taken the rain out of the forecast Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. A slight chance for a late afternoon or evening shower or thunderstorm Friday. Saturday, a little more humidity for next weekend, highs mid-80s and a chance for thunderstorms. And then another break in the heat and humidity with highs around 80 for Monday and Tuesday of the following week and less humidity.
It's nice that it's not sticking around, that humidity. You know, we'll get a little break for a few days and it'll come back.
Yeah, we're getting later in the summer, so the heat spells are, there's more space
Spread
between
out.
them.
There we go. Thank you so much, Gary. Some big decisions on the table for the Big Ten. The details coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Experience the adventure of a bigger world in a highly capable Lexus SUV at the Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Lease the 2020 RX 350 for $419 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
What makes the 4-day super sale at Denver Mattress so super? Well, that's 4 days of super low prices, like the Summit Firm for only $199.99. 4 days of super savings, where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And to celebrate our newest arrival, come in and test out the outrageously comfortable Casper mattress. Or purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a free $300 Furniture Row gift certificate, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. Hurry, the 4-day super sale ends Monday.
This right here is the most delicious way to turn any person into a morning morning person.
Enjoy a $2 savory sausage McMuffin with hash browns or a $2 sausage biscuit with hash browns.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine, and using Power Swabs, it's made a difference. People ask me, what do you do to whiten your teeth? And I'm really proud to tell them that I use Power Swabs.
The secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Try it now and get up to 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen.
These deals are amazing.
I know. How do we get them?
Okay, we have to be very subtle about asking, like this.
Like this?
No, like this.
Actually, you don't have to do any of that. We have great deals for everyone.
Even without the...
You would have gotten it anyway.
Cool.
If you've forgotten what a fair deal sounds like, let us remind you. Switch to US Cellular and get $700 off the latest smartphones with no activation fee. US Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
Experience the adventure of a bigger world in a highly capable Lexus SUV at the Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Get 0% financing and make no payments for up to 90 days on all 2020 Lexus models.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Potentially be signs of what is to come this fall. The Mid-American Conference postponing their entire fall season to the spring today. They're the first conference in the FBS to do so over coronavirus concerns, of course. So what does that mean for everyone else across the country right now? Well, presidents of all the Big Ten schools reportedly met this morning, and they're leaving all options on the table less than a week after the conference schedule was released with that conference, the 10-game Big Ten only schedule. The Badgers are scheduled to have practice on Monday with helmets only. Well, the sky's blue, water is wet, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is a finalist for NBA's MVP. James Harden and LeBron James are the other two finalists. Giannis, of course, is the reigning winner of the award. Harden won it in 2018, and LeBron has 4 MVP titles under his belt. Mike Budenholzer, also a finalist for Coach of the Year, alongside Raptors head coach Nick Nurse and Billy Donovan of the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Bucks facing Luka Doncic and the Mavericks at the arena tonight. Right now, the game in overtime. Brook Lopez playing the game of his life, including a big second quarter, 34.7 rebounds for him. Giannis with 28 points and 13 rebounds right now. It is a 5-point game. The Brewers still looking for their first win at Miller Park this season. Brett Anderson trying to help the cause today. Fourth batter he faces, Eugenio Suarez, and it is out of there. 3-run home run to put the Reds up 3-0. Cincinnati adds one more after that. Brewers lose 4-1, the final score. PGA Champs on the West Coast, highly anticipated appearance by Tiger Woods, of course, makes the birdie putt on 18 to finish the day at 2 over par. Later, Justin Thomas with a win already under his belt this season. He's got a nice approach shot there, but he ended the day tied for 34th place. Rory McIlroy, another big name in this one, drains the birdie putt, but it was Dustin Johnson at the top of the leaderboard heading into tomorrow's final round. Of course, Amanda, we're all keeping our eye on this big Bucks-Mavs game tonight. Still a close one in overtime.
All right. Thank you so much, Melissa. We'll be right back.
It's the 4-day super sale at Denver Mattress. Save big on the Summit Queen, now just $199.99. Or check out the Doctor's Choice Firm, only $599.99. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. Hurry, the 4-day super sale ends Monday.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
At Pick and Save, we give you more ways to save on the fresh you love, like the Pick and Save app. It combines personalized coupons, fuel points, and weekly sales for the best deals. From meat to fruits and veggies to milk to whatever is in that. We've always given you more ways to save, and now those savings are even better than ever. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. Not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is. And I did this to my father. We were at home. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
When you think of a bank, you think of people in a place. But when you have the Chase mobile app, your bank can be virtually any place. So when you get a check, you can deposit it from here. And you can see your transactions and check your balance from here. You can save for an emergency from here. Or pay bills from here. So when someone asks you, where's your bank? You can tell them, here's my bank. Or here's my bank. Or here's my bank. Because if you download and use the Chase mobile app, your bank is virtually any place. Visit chase.com/mobile.
It's the 4-day super sale at Denver Mattress. Save big on the Summit Queen, now just $199.99. Or check out the Doctor's Choice Firm, only $599.99. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. Hurry, the 4-day super sale ends Monday.
Traffic delays? Be the first to know with First Warn Weather and Traffic.
Well, for tomorrow, high of 87. Could see some late afternoon and evening thunderstorms. Some of those could be strong to severe. Monday, still a chance of thunderstorms, but then a break in the heat and humidity for much of next week before thunderstorm chances return for next weekend.
Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.